Am I live, guys? OMG. Okay, so yes, I did say 1:30. I was trying to get my new camera to work, so don't hold it against me because when you guys see the quality, you're going to understand why I took long. I wanted to test out a new camera. So today we're talking about healing the mind and body with the law of assumption. And also, I have some interesting news when it comes to what's going on in the manifesting community. Because, from my understanding, a lot of you guys watch other content creators who also talk about similar topics. So, if you go to one channel holder's video and you go to another person's video, usually we're talking about the same stuff. So for anyone who's coming into the room, just give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. We're trying to make sure that YouTube knows that the algorithm loves me and that you guys are here to have a wonderful time. We're gonna talk about some stuff. I have some beautiful stuff going on. So I also am going to be asking you guys about things that I want to do when it comes to rebranding my channel. For those of you who don't know, I do have a background in social media management. I'm also a spiritual entrepreneur, and I do mindset coaching using the law of assumption. So I wear many hats, I have many sources of income, and I want to be able to bring content to you in a way that's going to better your life and not just talking about Neville stuff or the law of assumption. We have bigger and better things to talk about. And I'm just listening to you guys in the WhatsApp group and just seeing the movement. And I'm like, no, other people have to know what we're doing. We're doing really beautiful things and we're building community. So I just want you to know that I love and I care about you guys. I'm going to let you guys get in and then we're going to reveal the camera that I have, my new baby. She is in HD, so I had to make sure my makeup was good. Everything is going well because she shows everything. So let's talk about healing the body using the law of assumption. And I'm going to put a disclaimer across here while I'm talking about it because I do want you guys to understand that I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to tell you to do something that's going to get in the way of, you going to an actual doctor. I am not a person who can diagnose you with any type of mental illness or give you advice on what medicine to take. I'm simply here to share with you that, in my opinion, and from what I've learned and how many clients I've been able to see the movement in their life when it comes to completely getting rid of ailments. There's a certain YouTuber that we all love. Her name is Roxy Talks. Roxy Talks explained in her live, my heart broke for her. Did anyone see Roxy Talks recently in her live? If you guys watch Roxy Talks, she expressed that she has been going through a health issue. So I'll just explain it real quick. Basically, she woke up and the left side of her face was like drooping. Now, she is a master manifester. She has a big platform. Most people on YouTube are making money and doing what they're doing because of Roxy Talks and other people. And to see her have such a huge health issue, what it tells me is that we need to start looking at manifesting as a lifestyle, because just because you're a manifesting coach, just because you have manifested beautiful things, does not mean that you're not going to have to overcome something when it comes to your health. My mother used to always tell me health is wealth. And her husband at the time, he's since deceased, he had a company that was in the health industry as well. And yeah, they used to preach that health is wealth, because if you don't have your health, you really can't enjoy all the great things that you're manifesting. If your health is not in tip-top shape, then how are you going to enjoy all the beautiful things that you are manifesting? You can manifest money, you can manifest your specific person, Gucci, Louis, Prada, all those great things. But if your health is not where you desire it to be, what is it worth? So, I've had a couple of health things that I've had to overcome. Even to this day, there's a couple of things that I have to affirm for every single day. Every single day. So you never know what someone's going through just because on camera they have their makeup on, they have, they're bubbly. We are inspiring other people as manifesting coaches, but we have things in our lives too that we're going through. And your health is the number one thing that's going to really get in the way of your mental state, because your health is the most important thing. You're supposed to have good health. You have to have good health. So let me just see who's in the room. Jessica. Hello, my dear Alexis. Thank you for coming in early, Jessica. I'm sorry I was late. I was late. But I was trying to fix this new camera that I have. Alexis, you're here. Coco Brown, Bella, Blue Lotus, thank you all for being here, and I really do appreciate you. So let me just get on camera so we can just test out this camera real quick. Uh-oh. All right, let me just make sure. Okay, so how do I look? I gotta look up if I'm gonna talk to you guys. Okay, this is kind of weird. So at the end of the day, do you guys like the quality? I feel like I'm coming like slow because I'm looking. I cannot do the YouTube and this is gonna be too much. I'm slow here and I'm on camera right here. So I'll just look at you guys here. So let's just talk about healing your body. What is that going to require when it comes to changing your thoughts? If you don't feel well or you all of a sudden find yourself having an ailment or dis-ease that you manifested, let's just keep it real, what do? The first thing you do is you acknowledge that your body is beautiful and that your body can also heal itself. I know for me personally, um, without saying too much, oh, thank you. Without saying too much and manifesting anything, because what you speak out is what goes out. I would just tell you that when I've had any issue, what I immediately do is I go and I Google where the part of your body is. Where the part of your body is. What does it look like? If it's a liver issue, if it's an issue with your sinuses, if it's an issue with your face. I have a book. It's called, oh, I actually have it here. I'm so shocked that I have it here. This book right here, this little baby right here. You Can Heal Your Life. Can everyone see that? You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And basically, in this book, she explains to you how every emotion that you have is directly correlated to whatever ailment or whatever dis-ease you have in your life. So your body holds a lot of emotions or just thoughts that keep playing and playing and playing out. And whenever they bubble up to the surface, you manifest them through physical disease or physical discomfort. So the best way when you realize that you have discomfort, I don't care if it's a headache, I don't care if it's period cramps, I don't care if it's a freaking toothache or whatever it is. Immediately acknowledge that your body has been talking to you and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for ignoring something. Forgive yourself for going about your everyday life, going about, maybe like feeling a little pinch, but not acknowledging it. You have to practice forgiveness because I guarantee you, your body has been probably telling you, the triggers have been there. We take our bodies for advantage. We take advantage of the fact that we're here, not knowing that our bodies, we need our body. as long as we're, physical people. And I've healed a lot of things. Like I had really bad PMS, cramps. I healed that through this book and EFT tapping. That is the class that I want to have you guys take advantage of. Here, I'll put it up. I want you guys to be able to take advantage of the class that I'm doing at the end of this month with the EFT tapping, because basically we're tapping out emotions. It's going to be only an hour, so you won't, and you could always watch it back. I'll give you the replay. But I do want people to acknowledge your emotions matter, not just your thoughts. I know people like to just think things and just think, think, think. Yeah, you're thinking and you're getting your manifestations, but your emotions are being, it's like your guide of what your body is going through. Your emotions are your guide. So don't ignore your emotions. If you're mad about something and that continues to be your story of anger and negativity, your body holds that and then it starts to manifest itself physically. So, about anything can be equated to your emotions. If you have a stomachache, if you're nauseous, anything your body physically experiences in any discomfort, it's usually an emotion connected to it. Joe Dispenza talks about this. Can you guys see me? Because I feel like I'm like short. Let me pull my camera down just a little bit. Uh-oh. Right? There we go. Joe Dispenza talks about this, and so does Bruce Lipton. He talks about your mind being like the catalyst for your physical ailments. And I just want to say this, that Roxy Talks is one of those women who she's very confident, she's very sweet, but she is a badass, if you know what I'm saying. Like she handles her platform very well. Everything is well put together. When I heard her distressed at the beginning of her live yesterday, the first thing that came to me was she must have been thinking and just so on the go that she probably ignored certain things. That's usually what happens. It's not a judgment. I've done the same thing. I was a restaurant manager for over 7 years. I worked in New York City at the airports, all that stuff. I was a multi-unit manager, meaning that I had to manage 3 restaurants running up and down between Terminal C and Terminal D, and I had to be there at 4 a.m. So what time do you think I had to get up? And then I had a time where I just rolled back 12 days in a row. Only had time to get home, eat, take a shower, and go to bed and get back up. And I did that year after year after year. My body did take a hit. I was susceptible to certain things had I not been overworking myself or not paying attention to my body, because I'm thinking, oh, I'm young, I'll get over it. No, you have to pay attention to your body. You have to, because you don't want to wake up one day and have an ailment like, what is it, Bell's palsy? What is it called? Bell's palsy. Basically, she woke up and her face was completely drooping. And I felt so bad for her because, I just was like, I get it. I get it. She's a businesswoman. She's one of the leaders on this manifestation community that we have. She's one of the leaders. A lot of people copy her style. A lot of people have built platforms and are now manifesting coaches now because of the information. So that woman has a lot on her plate. And I love Roxy Talk. So I wanted to just implore you that don't be too busy. This is not anything against her. I'm just saying for me personally. Whenever I've had ailments that I've had to get over or work through, usually it's been a year or 6 months that I've been ignoring something. So if it took you a year of ignoring something, it might take you maybe a month to get through it. But of course, anything is possible. You could impress your mind that you're instantly healed. That's why I want to introduce EFT tapping to you guys, because I have really bad PMS and cramps. And once I learned how to do that, I tapped that ish out. I tapped the emotions out. It took me probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I just cried the emotion out. Never had a period cramp again. Maybe here and there, but that was 2 years ago. And I'm telling you, I would be on the floor. My husband can tell you, I would be on the floor, and I don't have it anymore. It's like once I learned how to tap, naturally your body has meridian spots, so you don't have to believe that it works. You don't have to believe most things work. You just have to do them. And your body will naturally respond. So I did want to bring that to you guys because we are always trying to manifest, our husbands. We want our Gucci. We want our millions. We want, our trips. What about your health? Because if your health is poor, you're not going to be able to enjoy any of that. Just letting you know. So I have been manifesting, even when we did the 7-day mental diet challenge, is for me to focus more on like my daily eating habits, because I'm a person who I used to weigh, I'm 4'11", so I used to weigh like 165 pounds. I was overweight. And I'm a naturally skinny person, so I just let myself go. That's the truth. So within about 8 months, I was able to release is what the better word. I was able to release about 65 pounds. And I made a promise to myself I would never neglect you again. I would never let my body get to the point where I can barely bend down and tie my shoes. That's just my personal affirmation. And I just picked a number that I said, okay, this number on the scale, I'm not going past that unless I'm pregnant, of course, because when you have children or when you're pregnant, you might have some weight. But other than that, if I can control things that I put into my mouth, I'm not going to let myself get to the point where like I don't even recognize myself anymore in the mirror. So yeah, you have to like take care of yourself. We can't overwork ourselves. We can't allow our thoughts to, business is important, but I'm noticing this pain or I'm noticing this little thing. Like, no, as soon as your body speaks to you, you address that shit and you start getting those thoughts together. Okay? 9 people, can we give me some thumbs up, please? Look at what it says shade. Shade. My AC is coming soon, but we don't have it right now. And I don't want to turn the fan on because it's going to make noise. Anywho, what are you guys saying? Me too. I need to go back to reading it again. I had asthma all my life and recently found out it corresponds to the emotion of sadness. Yeah. Can I tell you guys? Okay, so let's see what Louise Hay's book says about, and you guys see my little disclaimer. I'm not no damn doctor now, so don't be going trying to sue me if you read the book and then something happens to you. I'm not going to project that, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you. This book changed my life. Let's see what asthma says in Louise Hay's book. Because I promise you, she correlates it. Asthma. 211. What does she correlate it with? This book is amazing. I was like, oh wait, so every single, hold on, 211. Okay. So for asthma, this is what Louise Hay's book says your new thought pattern should be on your face. I love and accept myself where I am right now. She says for your lungs, for your heart, you should be practicing joy, love, and peace. You fully accept your life. Let's see. Actually, she has it in the back. Haha. Where is it? Where is it, Louise? I'll find it. She literally has a chart that tells you everything. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. Literally everything is here. Okay. She has everything. Like she has amnesia. She has ankles, apathy, appetite, asthma. She says, this is what she says about asthma. Feeling stifled, suppressed crying, smothered love. Yeah, sadness, fear of breath of life, like wanting to grasp for life, inability to breathe for oneself, feeling stifled, suppressed sadness and crime. So yes, you're absolutely right. And what she says to do is, it is safe now for me to take charge of my own life. I choose to be free. So that will be the opposing affirmation. But this book is amazing. It literally tells you every single emotion you could ever have, and it's like, let me bookmark the place I found it so I can go back to it. But I just want to come here because it's very important. Our health is very important. We can't have our girl Roxy Talks out here having Bell's palsy with her face drooping. No, we can't not have that. She's too beautiful for that. My heart went out to her because, I know how that is when you overwork yourself or you neglect something, and then you're like, how the hell did I get here? And I'm teaching all these people how to manifest, and I have to come on camera and continue my business, and I have to explain to these people why I manifested this. And, it was nothing but love. And I just want to say this before I move on to the next topic. Can we all help manifest on her behalf that everything's going to be healed? She's not going to have any adverse, effects or anything like that she's going to be 100%. If you love Roxy Talks, if you watch her channel, just affirm for her on her behalf that everything is working out. Her face is beautiful. Everything works perfectly. Can we do that? Thank you. So yes, I have 11 people in the room. Please give me a thumbs up. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying the content, right? Sharon says, hi, lovely people. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. I had to do my makeup a little bit heavier because this is an HD camera and I can't come over here on here looking cray cray. Yeah. So yeah, Sharon, Roxy Talk, she was so emotional on her live, and that is a strong woman. So I know that, I appreciated her vulnerability, and I appreciate her being transparent and not trying to pretend like shit wasn't happening, because she's a manifesting coach and she coaches people with a huge following. Like, I was like, no, tell people what's going on with you, because I throw my makeup on and get on camera, but y'all don't know what health issue I may be going through. And then maybe if you tell people how you've overcome it, it can help other people to know that it's possible for them. And we're talking about mental health, physical health, psychological things that you're going through. There's nothing in this world you can't overcome. So the last thing I'll say is how I overcame one of my things that my body was doing is I went online and I looked at a diagram of a body part, like the insides, like, your intestines or your sinus cavities, or how your lungs work, what your liver does, if you have any of those things. And I went through and I made a list of all the things that the liver did. And then I also took a picture of the liver, a healthy liver versus a not healthy one, or a healthy sinus cavity versus an unhealthy one or a clogged one. And so then I started to speak into those things. I started to speak life. I started to visualize the nerves coming back together, or me having a conversation with my mom saying, oh my God, everything is beautiful. They cleared me for everything. Like if you went to the doctor. For me, I didn't have to. I was able to naturally, with herbs and, stuff like that, to cure myself. And I haven't had any issues. So you have to 100% know that you can claim your health. But one of the things that is important is to know whatever issue may be going on, know how that works. If you have PMS, know what happens when a woman has PMS. I'm sorry, the window's up, so you might hear. I don't know why they're still mowing the lawn. They've been mowing the lawn all day. WTF! I'm trying to do a video here. So, yeah, that's all I want to say about that topic. Now, what is going on in the manifesting community? What are people talking about? I keep my ears to the street. Let me close this door because I don't want. There we go. So what is going on in the manifesting community? Meaning that you guys all watch other people. And what I'm noticing is that we have a lot of people that want to listen to affirmations. I take like one day out of the week and I kind of go around the community to see what people are doing in the comments, what are my counterparts doing, the people who, you know, who bring you guys the same type of content. And just to see what we're all doing, the temperature. And what I notice a lot of people are manifesting is their specific person, but they're having issues with understanding how everyone as you pushed out works. Or they're having an issue with trusting, or it's like people are becoming impatient with their manifestations. And you have some content creators who I can tell that they're frustrated with making the same content. However, I will make the same content as long as you need me to, as long as you get it. So who in the chat can tell me, just knowing about the law of assumption, or just knowing that your thoughts create, your emotions do matter, but your thoughts, the thoughts that you're thinking, is there something in your mind? Because I have one. Like for me, when I wake up in the morning and I know that I have things to do, I always kind of get down on like hard on myself when I don't accomplish all my tasks. And so I have to slow myself down and say, Danielle, everything is working out in divine order. You're right where you need to be. If you can't answer an email for 3-4 days, you have 50 other people that are emailing you. You're running your own business. So for me, it's like, okay, maybe I need to hire a VA, because that would help to relieve my stress. And my thoughts were just like, what can I do to like help myself, like relieve any stress that I may have around getting to people, or being like more consistent. So I know I have my own stuff. Does anyone else have anything that, when it comes to manifesting as a lifestyle, right? Because we need to make manifesting a lifestyle. This is not a technique. This is not something that you just do. You are actually doing this whether you believe it or not, but how are we going to consciously keep ourselves on track? That's what I'd like for us to get a grip on. Mental diet is forever, right? Hi, Tian, how are you doing, my dear? What's Blue Lotus talking about? Alexa says, I've come to learn to express more and more, and that's why I haven't had ulcers since. I just stay mindful when symptoms show. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, without, affirming it or anything. I had stomach stuff. I actually have a video on this channel. It's way down. If you can find it, it's like one of my first videos from 2 years ago of how I cleared the stomach ulcers, or just stomach issues that I had. And stomach issues always stem from like from what this book says is one thing, but from my own experience, what stomach issues usually center around is your ability to like tell the truth about something, like to be truthful, or to just stand in your truth, because your stomach is your first mind. Like, you have like your actual mind, you have your heart center, and you have your gut. And for women, your gut is your intuition. So if you're having stomach issues, usually that's with you like facing the truth about something and suppressing that. And so your stomach is trying to show you, hey, listen to your intuition, trust me. Yeah. Yes, Roxy is healed. Yes. Can I just say I take evening premise? It helped me so much. No more PM. Yeah. Yep. You said I need to watch that. I deal with stomach issues. Yeah. It's a video that says it's like a how I healed stomach ulcers or something. It's way down. Is that book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay? Yeah. You Can Heal Your Life by the beautiful, lovely Louise Hay. And if you know her story, that woman lived to be very old, but she was always very beautiful. And I believe she passed away in a very peaceful way. She was not sick at all. She passed away peacefully. But she did cure herself from cancer. She did. She did a couple of times. She's cured herself. Joe Dispenza cured himself. They told him he was not going to walk. I know people in my life who they don't have cancer anymore, so, or even just a headache. We're not even talking about the major stuff, just like a headache. Or you wake up and your face is jacked up. I remember I woke up one time when I was in Brooklyn and my face was completely swollen. And it happened to me forever until I finally realized I needed to, one, go to a doctor, and two, once I did, I changed something and then it went away. I don't have it anymore. 222, thank you. 2. All right, so not only that, are you guys manifesting things from the standpoint of you already have it, or what are some of the limiting beliefs that you guys may be coming into contact with? So let's work through some of those before I get out of here. Yeah. Because you can live a peaceful life if you choose peace. Oh, Leanne, that's okay, girl. Look, Leanne, if you can't make, because Leanne's one of my moderators, if you can't make it on time, girl, it's okay. I think we have 2 other people in here that, whatever you get here, Leanne, it's all up to you. How are you doing today, my dear? Yeah, Louise Hay was a beautiful woman. So, what are some of the limitations, if any? Because I know for me, one of mine, I'm just going to be honest with you, that I'm working through right now, that I'm going to affirm that it's going great, is my comfort zone. Growing in business, growing in health, seeing growth, and then shine away. Because some people are afraid to be too big. Excuse me. And also, too, like getting enough sleep. You guys don't know sometimes, and I don't even drink coffee. I might have a cocktail here and there, but that's after, usually in the evening. I don't even drink coffee. And I do affirmations and meditations for energy. So I always have enough energy. But there are times where I overwork myself because I want to get things done. So, some people may say that that's a limiting belief, that you have to work extra hard to get what you want. That could be something that someone would say. When you've been told all your life that you have to work hard, uh, people who make money and lay back, they're probably like, when you're told that people who don't work hard, they're lazy. Or when you're told that, there's no such thing as money doesn't fall off of trees. I have a money tree in my house. So working through the limiting beliefs, but also taking care of my body and knowing that I don't have to work 12 hours to get things done, I could figure out a way, which is hire a VA or decide that I'm going to only work 2 days and whatever I get done is what I get done, or not take on so much for whatever. So, just getting through those limiting beliefs that also correlate with your body. Your body is always going to tell you where your thoughts are. Always. Even if it's a headache, a stomach ache, that's telling you where your thoughts are. Right? Yeah, Natty, how are you doing, my dear? Natty, I'm sending the books tomorrow because Wednesday is one of my slower days, so I can make it to the post office. But the 2 books you picked, girl, those are really, really good. So Natty, I gave her 2 books because I was doing a giveaway the last live. She picked well, I won't tell them what you picked. I'll let you tell them when you get it. But she picked 2 really good books that I have. I have a bunch of books that I've been using, and instead of giving them away, like these are books that I bought. I didn't even I didn't do anything in them. I just read them over and over and over. So it has my energy in it, but it also has if anything, it may have like a bookmark in it or something. But whatever books I give to you guys, if I give them away, they're gonna change your life. I'm a reader. I'm a bookworm. So. Yeah, Danielle. Rochelle said I will start something, rock out, and then fall back because I'm starting feeling pressure. And I love my me too. Me too. That's exactly how I am. I'm like, okay, my clients come first. So all of my clients, you guys, if anyone is in here, you have my time because obviously I have clients. But after my client stuff is done, I'm like, okay, I could be working on some creative stuff, but I just want to chill. Or then I'll take a nap and then get back up and just like, go, 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 go. Plus, I have a whole husband and whole family to take care of. So, the limiting beliefs, they may seem small, but if you don't tackle them right away and reaffirm for something different, they do manifest themselves in physical ailments. They do. It's just the truth. That's how the body works. Alexis says, my limiting belief is having so much faith and knowing but overcoming the old story as I affirm the new story. I know it's encouraging, but I just want unwavering faith. Unwavering faith to me means that every day that you get up, you choose to not doubt that your mind and your higher self is working in your favor. Because some people think unwavering faith is like just praying and praying and praying and just keep praying. I don't know what your definition of it is. The sun just went down. I don't know what your definition of unwavering faith, but mine is like faith to the point where no matter what's going on, you can't tell me what God has over my life. You just can't. Oh, but Danielle, you can't do that. Okay, but you say I can't do it. God says I can. The Most High says I can. The universe has my back. That's how I've been able to heal physical things in my life. That like, if I went through the list of things that I've had go on since I've lived in New York, we're not gonna perpetuate those things. But just trust me when I tell you, my body is very strong. I always affirm that my body is resilient. My body knows exactly what it needs to heal. And I always say, thank you for showing me where I can improve and trust in myself. And forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself when you're having a body situation. Just forgive yourself and say, I'm sorry I neglected you. Please forgive me. What is the prayer called? Ho'oponopono? I love you. Thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. It goes something like that. And you say that in the mirror. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. To yourself. If you do that a couple of times, you will cry like a baby. Because what you're doing is you're apologizing to yourself for neglecting yourself. You take care of everyone else in our lives. Children, school, job, husband, and then we wonder why we feel ill or it's because you do have to physically come first. You do. So it happens. Now, on to I need your help. I need you guys. I need your help. So I'm rebranding my channel, and I won't be long-winded with this. If there's 15 people, just make sure you guys like the video, share the content, please, so that YouTube knows that you guys enjoy the content. I'm rebranding my channel. I'm still going to talk about, law of assumption, all the stuff I've been talking about, but I'm going to start incorporating topics that are more broad when it comes to what we are going through in the community that we have on this channel. I would not want to know how to do something and not share it with you because of the content not being aligned with my channel. My channel is a manifesting channel, but I talk about a lot of topics that people in the community want to hear about, but I want to be able to expand. So basically, I'm going to test out a vlog, just like a little 10-minute vlog where I'm talking over the vlog about whatever, but you get to see like my manifesting routine. So you'll still be able to hear the audio of something inspirational when it comes to what we do on this channel. We consciously manifest, we use the law of assumption, and we make sure that our inner conversations are aligned with what we say we desire. So you're going to always get that. I'm incorporating because my channel is at 1,800 right now. In order for me to expand so that more people can find my channel, studying the algorithm because I am a social media manager, there needs to be a rebranding. Because if you haven't noticed, a lot of people don't look like me that talk about this stuff. It's just, I have to go where the people are, and I have to talk about what the people want me to talk about, plus be myself. So self-care and self-concept will always be. So the first thing is I'm going to incorporate some vlogs or some daily like lifestyle stuff, like what I do to maintain, XYZ when it comes to manifesting as a lifestyle. You don't just wake up and say everything's awesome, everything's cool, everything's fine, and go about your day. Not me. I don't know if that's what you guys do. If you do, then great for you. But for me, I have a whole routine. I run a whole business from home. Some days I do not feel like being bothered, and I have to work through that because I know that I can't stay here. I've had people in my family just a couple of days ago that got hurt. Things happen. People die, people get in car accidents, people have, health issues that you have to. My husband has, it's a lot. So how do you stay on track? I want to show you guys with the lifestyle stuff how I do that. Now, the second thing is self-care. That's what this whole live is about, is finding a way to always put yourself first and being unapologetic with doing it. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from? Like, you have to put yourself first. It's not about getting your ex back. Because I talk about specific people on the channel, or you're getting your ex, but I kind of have to shy away from that and be like away from the pack of people in this community. Because a lot of people are desperate to get their ex back. When if they would just focus on their self-concept and self-care, they would attract the right person in their life instead of chasing behind an ex. Because your ex can come back in your life, but once you get him or her back in your life, how are you going to maintain the relationship if you have not worked to recreate yourself, recreate the person? A lot of people can get their ex back and then they're broken up 2 weeks later, or a month later, or a year later, because you have not worked on changing the dynamic and creating a whole different story. So I definitely want to double down on that. And I want to incorporate what's going on in the world when it comes to women and the standards that we have as women. I want to introduce feminine energy strictly on this channel, like when it comes to speaking in a way that you come into your divine goddess status. You being basically that bitch. Having the confidence that it takes for you to put your foot down so that when a man does come into your life, he knows that you're not the type of woman that he can walk over. And also balancing being kind, sweet, loving, and taking care of yourself and your home. Because I'm a married woman, I could show you everything, but I could tell you from my experience that women who are on a like that very high vibrational feminine energy, we usually get what we want. I would say like 90% of the time I get what I want. Not because I'm a bitch, but just because I'm so sweet and kind, and I'm just like, oh, well, I need it. When can I have it? And I use my feminine energy to do that. So I want to double down on that as well. What are you guys thinking about the topics that I want to incorporate into the channel moving forward? Blue Lotus, I was born in October 19th. I'm a Libra. Libra sun, and I am a Leo moon. You see the Leo in me. I'm more Leo, I feel like, the older I get. I have more Leo energy the older I get. My Leo be like, no, let's get it together. So yeah, are there any? Yes, Natty, it is I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. That's Ho'oponopono. I think that's actually, yeah, right, Natty? Like, I love everyone who's on here. Jazzy Blue, your October. Libra gang. Okay, wait, hold up. See? Look what you started, Blue. Libra gang, baby. Gang gang. Libra gang. I mean, I love all the rest of you guys, but Yes, I love women step, but a lot of women I feel like are too passive. They're too passive. You know, it's not about what the other person is doing. And I don't know how to get it through to people, because just because I have my SP doesn't mean, or my specific person or my husband doesn't mean I don't understand. There was a point where I was a doormat. I was the chick that you could call and I would drop my plans because it's like, oh, okay, I'm in New York City. I want to gallivant around. And when I realized that all of my friends around me, when I got older, 27 happened, 28, they're starting to meet their husbands. And, I was working as a waitress. So if my homegirl gets married and now she's not a waitress anymore, she's a wife, and she got the baby, and then the husband is like taking care of them, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to have to struggle in New York City and work as a waitress. Where's my family, so that I can also have purpose and value, not just be cute and gallivant around New York City. I have so many other gifts. So I started to realize that I can't just be at the whim of a man. Because some of you guys, I hate to say this, and I'm not putting this in the atmosphere, but most people, when they start to focus on their self-concept like 100%, they may not end up with the person they thought they were going to end up with, because they realize that they're attracting even better. So some of you are waiting around for someone who, it's going to take years for that person to catch up to you. So don't pull your light down because you're waiting on someone. Let them figure it out. Let them go about their life and figure it out. And if it's meant to be, it'll circle back around. That's the way I see it, but I understand that people want what they want. So I'm not going to tell you you can't have your SP if he's an ex. I'm not going to tell you that. I would never. I'm just saying that some people, they would do a lot better if they would focus on themselves, and in the process of manifesting your SP back, you would be happier. Your body wouldn't ache. You wouldn't be crying at night. You wouldn't be doubting God. You wouldn't be walking around with your head down when you could walk around with your head up, and let other people give you compliments. Enjoy the fruits of being a woman, because women, we do have a certain privilege when it comes to our feminine energy. We do, especially if you're a pretty woman. If you're a pretty woman who keeps herself up, you do have privilege. So just using stuff like that, because I used to be a woman who would just, let any and everything just tear me away from who I really was. And it took years, but it would have taken me a lot sooner had I understood that my thoughts and my self concept. What does Dale want to do today? I want to relax. I want to eat some mangoes later, and I want to have a bowl of pasta. So who comes first? Me fixing dinner for my husband, or me fixing it for myself? You don't have to tell me the answer, because if you guys know anything about me right now, I'm always going to do my dinner first. Because me and him don't eat the same dinner. So I cook my dinner first. I put mine aside, and then I cook whatever he wants if I feel like cooking two dinners. And then when he gets home, I say, hey, your food is on the stove, and we eat together, or I eat my food before. But I like to be able to sit down, enjoy my food, smell everything that I'm cooking, enjoy the flavors, listen to some R&B music, and have my whole life with my food. I don't like people bothering me when I'm eating, because that's my time to be conscious of what I'm putting in my mouth, to meditate, to think. And something so small as doing that is an act of taking care of yourself first. Everyone else is going to get taken care of, but what do you want to do first? Because that's why a lot of people have health ailments, because they take care of everyone else first, and then they look up and their body's aching. It's because you didn't recognize the triggers. So I am going to be branching out. Is there anything else that you guys would like to see on my platform, or any ideas about how to branch out with not just talking about manifesting, law of assumption? Like we want to talk about what's really going on in life, and then we can also incorporate manifesting as a lifestyle, because everybody's talking about the same stuff in this community. And to be honest, I'm getting sick of talking about circumstances don't matter. We know that. I'm tired of. I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm tired of talking about law of assumption. I'm tired of talking about manifest your ex back. I'm tired of talking about the same stuff. The algorithm, you guys don't deserve that. You don't deserve to have 20 channels talking about the same stuff. You guys deserve to have someone or us who, and the algorithm makes us do that. So it's not just us doing it. Like, I can talk about the law of assumption because I think it's very important. So I will always talk about that. But I want to talk about other things that are going on, like real life issues. Like, I'm getting ready to do something very special on my platform where it's like a panel. So, like almost like a show. And I have people that have signed up for it. So I just want to do something exciting, something new. We're still going to talk about beautiful manifesting things, but I want you to not just feel like I'm preaching to you or telling you what you should do with your life. I want you to be entertained. I want you to be inspired. I want you to hear from other people. And in the morning time, if you watch my lifestyle vlog, you'll get to see, like, okay, what does a person who is consciously manifesting her life, what does she do every day? What issues does she have to affirm for? Because I guarantee you, I haven't seen that one channel that shows you a vlog because people think it's boring. It's not boring if I'm showing you how I overcome things, because we all have thoughts and things that happen throughout the day. And if you let those thoughts spiral out of control, you're manifesting things that you don't want. How do you manifest and revise on the spot? Has anyone shown you guys how to do that? Like, as something is going on, them showing you how they do it? Has anyone shown you how they do mirror work, or they just told you that they do it? Has anyone showed you the process of when they do their little 2-cup method? Like, I need for people to be I need to show you guys what I'm doing. Because I was just this little, black girl from the South, moved to New York with big dreams, ended up being a waitress, made a lot of money, but the Most High did not put me on this earth to be a waitress. I ended up becoming promoted to a restaurant manager because I was just that good at sales, beautiful personality. I was just good at what I did, and I was, bar trainer, all that good stuff. When I became a restaurant manager, that's when my light started to diminish, because the hours, standing on my feet, being disrespected by customers, not getting paid what I deserve, being a female standing on my feet, bunch of stuff. Still doing my job and being praised for my job, but secretly inside, that was not my calling. So I'm telling you that people are telling you what to do. They're not showing you what they do. That's just the truth. I watch other YouTubers who do what I do in like law of attraction, law of assumption, I watch all of it. I don't watch it all day, but I watch it like throughout the month. I know what's going on. And I see that people are making money. They have clients. People are getting mindset coaching. Are they getting results? Because I'm not just going to keep regurgitating the same information, because whether you work with me or not, I want you to be able to look at my channel and see something that's going to change your life just by watching what I'm doing. There's a young lady, her name is Lakeisha Michelle. I binge watched her channel a year and a half ago for like 2 months. I didn't have to buy one product from her, but because she had so much content on being a Black woman who is an entrepreneur, I was able to get all the information I needed just by binge watching her stuff. And then I reached out to her and asked for coaching. So you see how this goes? Like, I'm not just here to just talk. I want you guys to be inspired and to do your thing too. Ivy says, good morning, Danielle. What about how to find your true purpose in life? I still don't really know what that is. I would just tell you, for me, I tested out a lot of things, but I would say the thing that you would do, not just for free, but you would be so convicted to do it that every day that you go to sleep, you're like, why am I not doing this? Like what I'm doing right now with you guys, if I take like too much time off where I don't, come on YouTube, or just like, what are you doing? There's somebody out there that needs to hear your story. Like, what if your story would have been the one? Oh, sorry, allergies. What if your story would have been the story that would have saved someone from God forbid, hurting themselves or not going after their dreams. So what is the one thing in your life that you would do for free or just because you know that it needs to be done? And don't be afraid to say what that is. It could be you want to go and save turtles. Turtles need to be saved because you know there's a lot of like pollution in the water. Them poor turtles be getting stuff stuck around their neck. They be eating the nasty little algae. So if somebody's passion is to protect turtles, I guarantee you could manifest a situation where not only will you be compensated monetarily for taking care of those damn turtles, you will be happy doing it. You have to create. I've created multiple sources of income by doing stuff that people, they're like, oh, you could do that. Like when my family hears what I do, they're just like, I'm like, you ain't got to hear what I do. Just see what I do. See my lifestyle. I make money from home. Do you see where I live? Do you see the stuff that I have? Do you see how my energy is? That's all the proof you need that what I'm doing is working. But it didn't come overnight because I had to create room and I had to take care of myself first. So I want you guys to do the same. Jazzy Blue says, I'm a visual learner, so showing me will help me and I'm sure it will help others. Yeah. Like you guys need to see what am I actually scripting in my book? What am I writing? And then if I write something and then 2 weeks later I come back and say I manifested this, I'm showing you because I have so many things in my manifesting book that I have manifested in the past 2 weeks. If I had told you guys I was doing it, then you would believe me. But now I'm telling you now, so you're like, okay, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. If I tell you right now, I'm gonna manifest a call from someone who wants to pay me $10,000 for the month to do social media management for them. If I tell you that on camera, and then I show you the date that the person put the money in my whatever merchant account that I use, would you believe that it's possible then? You would more likely see someone doing it and say, oh, she's doing that, so I can do it too. So see, you see how this works? See, Ivy, you just manifested Rochelle. So then Ivy, are you in our WhatsApp group? Ivy, because you and Rochelle would probably need to link up. You see how you just had an instant manifestation? Somebody please tell me that that's not an instant manifestation. She literally just spoke out of her mouth what she wanted, and someone in the chat said, I actually do that. See how simple this is? Why the platform is important? Because what if I didn't go live today? She probably would have never even came in contact with Rochelle, or it would have been longer. So yes. Yeah, also The Life You Were Born to Live is a good book. Yeah, it's an excellent book. I actually have read that book. I've read a lot of books. I am a bookworm. Blue Lotus says, the woman is the most important person in the family when it comes to paving its destiny. She has the power to bless or curse. Yep, this is true. This is true. My husband knows it. That's why he knows that me working from home is the best for the family because I get to cultivate, how things go. And he goes out and he makes money. I make the money from home, and any children we have, I can take care of the home. That's my desire. That's what I desire to do. That is what we both have come to the agreement to do, and that's what I'm doing. But yes, you are very correct. The woman is the most important person in the family when it comes to paving its destiny. She has the power to bless or curse the family. Please talk more about this power women have, but don't understand. Well, I'll do that with real women issues with the feminine, divine feminine. I really want women to understand their power. I just wish, I don't care if you're 12. If you're a young woman or if you're an older woman, yeah, we have to teach the ones under us, like your nieces and your own daughters or your own, like, it's not about teaching them how to know their place, it's teaching them about their power. We all have a place in our family. And once you know your role and what role you're going to play, you can start to manifest a lot quicker with that role. So yeah. So I'm not going to take up too much of your time. If we don't have any more questions, does anyone want to call in? Let me know. email me about this class. It's June 2nd, because a lot of people said they couldn't do May 30th, which I forgot that's a Sunday. So June 2nd, that is the official date. I'm not changing it no more. It's going to be June 2nd. I'm doing a free Zoom course for healing the mind and the body through EFT tapping. I practice EFT tapping. This is it's a health term, but it's not considered like a medical procedure. So you ain't getting no voodoo put on you by tapping on your meridian spots. You're literally just tapping while you're feeling an emotion or while you're thinking of something. So I will be doing that class. It'll only be an hour, so you're not gonna be there too long. What do you guys say? All right, so Alexa says, can you talk more about spiritual laws and a deeper concept behind it? Have you guys read books like the Kabbalion? Do you guys understand like spiritual alchemy, like the law of transmute? Like there's so many laws of the universe. It's not just the law of assumption. We don't just have the law of assumption. We have the law of attraction, which a lot of people, I don't know why people are so up in arms about the law of attraction not working. That is an assumption you have. The law of assumption is popular because the law of assumption says that whatever you believe to be true, you will see it. So if I believe that lighting candles, burning sage, having my crystals in an altar is a connection to my higher self, I will start to bring in more reasons to believe that, more blessings because of my belief and my faith in those things. Not only that, but whether you believe in something or not, we are human, yes, but we're spiritual beings first. So there are things that go on spiritually that whether you believe in them or not, they happen. So as a human, you can say, I don't believe in that, I don't believe in that. But if spiritual law, meaning that the law is above you, as above, so below, whether you believe in it or not, it's still occurring. You do not have to believe in the law of attraction or the law of assumption or the laws of the universe. They're still happening. You don't have to believe that you're going to get old one day and die, but that's going to happen. You don't have to believe it. There are certain things that are still happening no matter whether you believe them or not. So just know that spiritual law just means, what is it that cannot be physically seen that is going on in your energetic field? See, this is stuff I want to talk about, because I can't just talk about how to get you guys Gucci bags, your ex back, and a trip to Vegas. I want to talk about how to get your mind right. Because when you get the stuff you want, are you going to be happy? Are you going to get the stuff you want and then keel over and pass away? We want to be healthy first, happy and whole before we are looking for material things, which material things are great. I'm looking into getting a luxury bag very soon myself. I think I deserve it. I've been working very hard for the last 6 months. And yeah. So spiritual law is all the laws. You have alchemy. You have the law of transmutation, the law of gender. You have the law of polarity, duality. A really good book to read is the 12 Spiritual Laws by, what's the man's name? Let me 12 Spiritual Laws. I want to give you guys the actual name. What's the man's name? It's gonna pop up. What's the man's name? Deepak Chopra. That's his name. Yes, the 7. Okay, so the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success was a book that I read a long time ago, but it talks about like a reciprocity. It talks about gratitude. It talks about how to call in things with transmuting negative energy. Spiritual beings we are. Spiritual beings. When you got your spiritual mind right, your health will thrive. So yes. All right. So I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. We've been on here for about an hour. I love you guys dearly. Does anyone have any other questions before I get out of here? Let me just recap. Healing your body with the mind, your thoughts, the law of assumption. The law of assumption says whatever you assume your life to be is what you will see. So assume that drinking your green juice every day is going to heal you from cramps. If you assume that that green juice is working to heal your cramps, it will. Because what you say goes. You are the operant power. Your word is your wand. You know, that's really what the law of assumption is. If you assume that your specific person won't be back because he's not texting you, then that's what's going to happen. You won't text you, you won't hear from him. Assume that birds before land means that your manifestation is on the way, and then you will start to see more. Make the assumption that's going to give you the best outcome. And just trust that you are a human person, but there are spiritual things going on above and in the ethers that are working in your favor. The law does not discriminate. You don't have to be a good person to manifest what you want. I mean, however you want to be, because you don't want to have karma and all that stuff come back. But, there are people in this world who get whatever they want. They're not the nicest people. I want to be sweet. I want to be kind. I want to have great health. I want it all. I'm the woman who has it all. That's my affirmation. Whatever God gives to me in alignment with me saying I'm the woman that has it all, people treat me with love and respect. Things are always working out for me. Those have been my affirmations for the last 2 years, and I have seen a dramatic change of just acknowledging that I deserve to have my life go the way I want it to go and acknowledge my higher self. Every single day, I'm always giving thanks. Gratitude. I'm always saying thank you. I did a meditation this morning, and it was just a gratitude meditation. I had a dream that, some things were going on with what I'm trying to manifest or what I am manifesting. And it was just confirmation that when you are a gracious person, when you show gratitude for what you already have or for what is already done in your life, you will see more reasons to be grateful. So without, preaching too much, I want to say thank you to everyone who showed up. I will keep you posted. I'm going to be asking you guys more questions about how to rebrand my channel so that you guys are getting the best out of me, because it's time to start talking about some new stuff. We need to shake up this community because everybody's like, it's kind of dull. Everyone's talking about the same stuff. When Roxy Talks came out a year and a half ago, she completely shook up the law of attraction community. That's why everyone else is thriving. I watched it happen. Her and Joseph Ally, those two people started talking about stuff as in like, you have the power. The law of attraction, you don't have to use the law of attraction. And once they both started talking about Neville and really talking about it in a very easy way to understand, people started getting the results, and that's when people started popping up with their own channels. But there's only one Roxy Talks. And I know that woman is having a hard time, with acknowledging that I'm a master manifesting coach, and I manifested this horrible thing. But what she's doing is she's teaching us that you're human. You're not a robot. The gift is that she is also teaching us how she's been able to heal from it. That's the gift. And that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be inspired to teach through my actions what you should do and what you shouldn't do. We need to send some love and some light to her because she's so powerful and strong. I just didn't like seeing her cry on camera, and just being honest with what she was going through, and she's getting through it. She doesn't need sympathy, but let's just, send her some love and just know that we need to shake this community up. I'm going to be doing some stuff on my channel, and I don't care if I get a lot of subscribers from it. I want to have very, very authentic content, but I want it to be like where you guys can really see how to do this, like how to just get yourself mentally together. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.